Alright, morning good people, Don from Kenya Goodness TV, and we're back again with another video. So you already know what's going on. Tomorrow it's Champions League night. Excuse me. It's Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. And the flip side by day, it's also Man City versus Real Madrid. So basically, we win this, we move to the next stage. But actually, before we get to this, of course, we have to acknowledge the fact that you have to acknowledge what basically happened in the Premier League. You already know what happened, but there's such a disappointing, very, very, very extremely disappointing, but to all the Gunners out there. Losing to Aston Villa was actually something that nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw that coming. Such a disappointing game. So as far as the Premier League is concerned, we are basically on tenterhooks. One might want to bring out his calculators and say that Man City might probably draw points, draw against. But if you look at the draw they have vis-a-vis the draw we have, they definitely have a soft fixture. As opposed to us, we have a rough, very rough fixture. I mean, we have Fulham, we have Man U, we have Chelsea. So realistically speaking, there's no way Man City is dropping points. So you've seen Man City for the past like 3 years, yeah. They've been, it's like the same script. They've been here. You've seen the story. You've seen the episode. Such a boring Netflix movie. It's the same thing over. There's no way Man City is going to drop points, and there's no way. The fact that now Pep is here, I don't see Pep dropping points. But then now switching gears. That aside, switching gears to now the Champions League. Listen, Arsenal, this is the only chance we have, because technically, most likely we are basically out. When I say out of the title contention. Both Liverpool and Arsenal, we bottled it, unfortunately. Unless maybe a miracle happens. But as is now, I don't see. So now that we're in the Champions League, we've really put ourselves in a very awkward position. The last thing you'd actually want, excuse me, the last thing you'd actually want is to lose the game in the Premier League and then have a game midweek in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Where? Look, Allianz Arena. So basically, it's an away game. You already know what's going on. We have an away game with Bayern Munich tomorrow, Wednesday, 10 p.m. specifically East African time. Yeah. So man, I don't know what to say, man. I'm at a place whereby if I'm just praying that these guys go prove us wrong. I believe we have the right squad. I believe we have the right coach, even though in the Premier League we saw his naivety. He basically had it wrong. But part of me also is just trying to understand where he's coming from. He's basically just trying to rotate. But I think for that game he had it wrong. He completely had it wrong. And I'm hoping that now that in the Champions League, he gets it right. Because the Champions League, you cannot afford to make mistakes. You make mistakes, you'll be punished, and that's it. Actually, we lose tomorrow's game. That's it. Now, before actually even now go to the stats, you already know our history with Bayern Munich over the years. And there's a time by these guys beat us 10-2 aggregate. They beat us 5-1 at home and 5-1 at Allianz Arena. That was when they still had Wenger back in the days in the Champions League. So it's never been. I mean, these guys have, in simple terms, by the way, we've been more like their customers. Yeah, we've been like their customers. In Kiswahili, one would say wametuzoea. So you have a chance, but to go and basically prove these guys wrong, because they've really had one of us. They've really had one of us over the years. Yeah. So what makes me happy is the fact that, and I'll actually even go to this later on. What makes me happy is the fact that we have players. We've seen Matty Odegaard in training. So hopefully, but he should be available. He came up with an injury during the Aston Villa game, so he should be available. Yeah, so but there's no excuse. There's no excuse. We have all our players at our disposal. So this is a must-win game. We lose tomorrow's game, done. It's curtains, by the way. And so there's basically nothing to be fighting for. Jerome, you know what we wanted, man. We wanted a cup, man. We've seen this script over and over. The best Mikel has done over the years is just win the FA Cup. But we want a big cup. I mean, we want the Premier League, we want the Champions League. Yeah. So anyway, just a couple of stats. So our win probability against Bayern Munich. The win probability is at 41% for Bayern Munich, draw 26%, and our win as Arsenal is 33%. So just like I mentioned, but these guys have actually had a very, very good run of us. Then if you go to the head-to-head record over the past years, the last five matches we've had with Bayern. So most recently, last Tuesday, we drew them 2-2, which was so unfortunate. We drew them at home. We basically had a chance by the to keep the whole thing, because Bayern basically right now they're weakest. So we ought to have basically have just carried the game at Emirates. And the most unfortunate thing is that Bayern didn't even bring fans. We had a 60,000 stadium full of fans, and these guys managed to get a goal. But anyway, that's what under the bridge. We move on. So now we basically created this task for ourselves. So we have to win tomorrow's game, and I believe we can. By the way, we have a good team. We have a better side than Bayern at the moment. Okay, not even a better side. We have because Bayern also has good players, but we have our technical ability. We are basically competitive, by the way. Yeah. So looking at this head-to-head record. So the last 5 matches, basically, like I said earlier on, 2-2. The first meeting in the Champions League, and then the International Championship Cup, we beat them 2-1. Okay, that was in 2019. Then still International Champion Cup aggregate, we drew them 1-1, and then we beat them 3-2 penalties, and then remember the 5-1 both at home and away. In 2017 in the Champions League, they beat us 5-1, and that was at home at the Emirates. Okay, and then in Allianz Arena, they equally beat us 5-1. So definitely these guys have a good record over us. But I mean, it's time to make history, just like Arteta said. But it's time to make history. We can do this, Gunners. Come on, just believe, keep believing, huh? It's an uphill task, but we got this. Let's just believe, yeah. So basically, injuries and suspensions. If you look at Arsenal's side, the only guy that probably has a knock, and we're not sure if he's going to be available, but we saw him in training, is Martin Odegaard. Julian Timber, he's been in training, though I don't think he's going to be available for this game as well. Then if you look at Bayern Munich side, sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can get the hold of this thing. What is this thing, man? If you look at Bayern side, basically they have Boy, the defender, would be available, has an hamstring injury. Then you have Bushman, the defender, also has a knock, hamstring injury. Then you have Sa also has an unknown injury, so we don't know if it's going to be available for tomorrow's game or not. Now, coming to the most important thing, my predicted lineup and how I believe Bade Mikael should basically set up this thing. In the goalkeeping position, please, Raya, given a chance, don't play games, man. You really turned up against the FC Porto game. We need you to turn up in this game. So my goalkeeper Bade will be David Raya. Okay. Then the left back position, please don't play games of try to bring Zinchenko. Just get it right from the beginning. Yeah, I don't want to see Zinchenko in this game. No matter of fact, I'm actually sick and tired of this guy. Get me Tomiyasu in that game. I equally don't want to see Keyword in that game. Get me Tomiyasu. It looks solid. Okay, get me Tomiyasu in that game. Then the centre backs, Saliba, Gabriel, you guys didn't turn up by in the Premier League versus Aston Villa. We'll give you guys a chance. Please turn up, yeah. Then now we go to the right back position. The right back position, I need to see Ben White in there. Benny Blanco given a chance. I need you to turn up. Then you go to the midfield. Please don't play games in the midfield position. Just play players who you know have the capability of performing well in the positions that basically set up. So Declan Rice, and to see Declan Rice in the midfield. Then please don't play Havertz in that midfield. Put Declan Rice in the midfield. Odegaard, of course, our captain. Put him in the midfield as well. Then who else? I would have given Partey a chance, but Partey has also been shaky. So let me see. I think this is the time I'll give Jorginho. I'll give Jorginho a chance. So in the midfield, so basically my midfield will be Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. Yeah. So basically a 4-3-3 system as always. Then the forwards, Bukayo Saka, man, we've defended you so many times. You've been our star boy, basically the guy that everybody loves. But when are you going to turn up? So we need Bukayo Saka, man. In fact, by the next season, Bukayo Saka is too young, but not to have competition in that right wing position. Yeah. So the right wing position, by the Bukayo Saka, will give you guys a chance. Will give you a chance, but please turn up. Then we'll go to the center forward position. Man, Jesus, by the way, our striker, apparently our number 9, has not been turning up. So in this kind of game, I still play Havertz, but as a false 9, because that's what we've been doing. I think the system, but we've been seeing Mikel playing as a false 9 has been working. So having Havertz play as a false 9 will be okay. Then now the left wing side. Oof. I actually don't even want Jesus to start a game. Neither do I want Trossard. So I'll give Martinelli a chance. And if things don't work, then later on you can rotate it and bring Jesus in. Yeah, bring Jesus in and bring Trossard, because those guys, in fact, the guys who actually changed the game in the Bayern Munich, the first leg, last week when he met up with Bayern, was Jesus and Trossard. So anyway, that's basically my starting lineup, and how I hope by then Mikel will set it up. My score prediction for this game. Oh man, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I see us drawing in this game, then going to penalties. That's not winning in the penalties. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway, guys, do what you need to do. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, tell a friend, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Come on, you Gooners.